Yeah, just like yeah. Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining us live on the Too Much Time on Our Hands stream. It's the classic threesome. We're not in the fuck bunker. We are in different parts of the UK because it's just easier and more fun this way. We don't ever have to be in the same room ever again. We do miss the fuck bunker and its relatively seamany smell, but
there's no room for you two in here now.
No, it's just fun.
I've remodeled since lockdown, and there's absolutely no way you get more than one person in here now.
Anyway, welcome. If you've been listening to any of the other pods and you've been watching any of the latest streams, you'll be pleased to know that we put Bond behind us for a while after 4 pods of Bond, and we are now going to be doing one of Dan's favourite format, which is a news show. News. But before that, we'll just obviously introduce everyone. Hello, Russ. How are you?
Hello. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Excellent. Dan, you all right, mate?
I'm so glad we've done with Bond. If I ever hear another Bond theme tune in my life, I'm going to kill someone.
And I am, of course, Tom, and I'm a massive Bond fan. I could talk about it again, but I'm just saying that you guys will probably be pleased that it's not happening. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Also, if you're listening to us, thanks very much as well. There's a stream. It'd be nice if more people watched it, but we do it for us, not for you, although we are doing it for you. Specifically, you over there.
Yes. Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, Alan. Fucking Alan. It's all for you. Anyway, because it's news and because it's Dan's favourite type of podcast, over to you, Dan.
Got a Batman trailer. We're gonna go quick fire with most of this. I have so many tabs open right now. It is crazy because I am going through the news from when we last missed it.
Yeah, it's way past being news. It's now just some things.
I know, but I want to talk about Batman trailer because this for the first time in it feels like decades, and it probably is at least a decade. I'm excited about a Batman film that's coming out.
Yeah, when did the last good Batman film come out?
This is going to get contentious.
When did Dark Knight come out?
Yeah, Dan's going to say Dark Knight and not Dark Knight Rises, which is fair enough.
Yeah, you're right. It is. So it's this looks great. I'm on board with the Pattinson. Zoe Kravitz as.
I thought we as a community settled on Arbats.
Arbats, okay. Well, Tom hasn't. He's got it as his name. So
I've got Robert Pattinson as my name.
Don't want to grass him up, but.
Oh no, the internet police.
that happened.
Oh no. Oh, I'm quaking.
I cancelled Tom and his name.
Oh no.
He's only got the access to all social media and a podcast and other forms of ways that he's not cancelled. Oh, it's almost like cancelling's not a real thing.
No, stop me using the name.
Quite finished with all that, are we?
Yeah, I suppose
got it out of your systems. There we go.
Yeah. It looks great. Paul Dano as the Riddler. I'm excited about that. He's a very good actor. And Andy Serkis, a surprising one. Andy Serkis as Alfred was a nice little touch.
He looks quite buff.
He does, yeah. Well, Alfred's always been meant to be like...
Yeah, he's like ex-SAS, isn't he?
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense.
Some of me and my friends were doing a job in Burma.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Is this your Andy McNabb impression?
People know that.
Chasing a bandit. That's what we were doing, Master Bruce Batman Wayne. I will not bury another Bruce Wayne.
Do you hear me? Not another Bruce Wayne. Apparently.
Not another Bruce Wayne.
What I've learnt tonight, I can't do a Michael Caine impression.
No, it's all right.
There we go.
As you can see, guys, we're keeping it quick fire.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Trip with Steve Coogan and what's his name?
Yes, I have, and that's where I took that impression from.
Argue about how you got to, as he gets older, and the cigar, you got to get where the voice catches at the back of the throat.
He's basically yodeling. I love the.
Everybody goes straight to doing a young Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Well, I think Michael Caine's still trying to do a young Michael Caine. I think that's what it is.
I did bloody tell you. Oh no, that's someone else.
There's this cafe that I go to, and I hope one day I'll see you there, or whatever it is, some kind of fucking bullshit, where you turn up having not told Alfred that you're dead because the film's shit. So
dead on.
Dan says Alfred's tale of his colonial exploits in Burma. There you go.
I was bayoneting tribespeople left and right. That's Ralph Little from Wayne's World 2.
Ralph Little?
Yeah, Ralph Little, the guy that plays the... Is it Ralph? No, not Ralph Little.
He's the guy from 2 Pints Lager and a Packet of Crisps, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, who's the other one? Ralph Thingy, who does, Browning...
Now, these babies tend to heat up quite quickly.
Yeah, so you want to find short control bursts. In the event of capture, place the cyanide capsule under your tongue.
And then does it. That's the best part about that. Oh,
right,
I love it.
Batman.
Yeah, anyway, we're Batmaned out. So Batman's coming out next year. It looks excellent. I'm very excited. It looks like they've done a Batman film that actually looks like Batman for once. So congratulations there. Well done, people.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And he doesn't have magic disappearing makeup in this one like in all the other ones. And it does show that he does get shot a bit every now and then, but the suit's apparently bulletproof.
He takes it and just keeps walking. I love it. That's what I want in my Batman.
I mean, that's
you
the
know
thing.
Else I want in Batman, me.
The thing I like about it is that's also kind of touched on in the Nolan ones, isn't it? Is it that eventually he has his suit remodeled because it's too heavy?
Yeah.
And it's it's all like broken up, but yeah, this one looks like a proper fucking bulletproof chain, proper metal plate, armor. It's amazing.
Alfred's tales of his colonial exploits in Burma, where he presumably perpetrated a war crime by burning down a forest.
Yeah, so we deforested the entire country. Still didn't find him.
Anyway, Bruce, don't do that.
Bruce. It's Master Wayne, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he doesn't say Bruce, does he?
Master Wayne.
Right. Speaking of films, we're getting the Buzz Lightyear origin story, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything about this, and then I saw the trailer. I initially thought it was like some sort of fan-made thing, like some CGI student had done it as like a thesis project or something. But no, this is apparently an actual real film. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm a bit weirded out by it because I'm assuming this is the person that the toy's meant to be based on.
But this is clearly set in the future.
I don't understand it anymore. Kids understand it.
It's getting too meta for me.
Yeah. I because part of the whole thing about Buzz Lightyear is his acceptance that he is a toy.
Yeah.
Except it turns out he's actually a real dude that flies real spaceships.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how I feel. This does it hums slightly of Disney wanting to extract some more Toy Story money.
Although Buzz Lightyear is the Buzz that we know and love is the one that's accepted himself as a toy, but all the other Buzzes he encounters aren't Buzzes.
But if Buzz Lightyear is an actual, genuine, real space hero, then our one is wrong.
Do you get the feeling that Chris Evans had another film on his Disney contract, and they were like, "Oh shit, well, he's done in Avengers now. What can we do?"
Yeah.
Well, Tim Allen's been calling about this film that he'd like to do. Okay, well, let's not get him in it. Let's get Chris Evans to do what Tim Allen wants to do. So yeah,
I can't believe that. That's also something that annoys me quite a bit about this. That it isn't Tim Allen.
I love Chris Evans. Don't get me wrong.
It's going to sound wrong. You'll know in the trailer, he only says 2 words, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's going to be like those early episodes of Family Guy before Mila Kunis started voicing Meg, and it's just a female voice, and it's like, what's going on? What's wrong? What? Shut up, Meg. Shut up, Meg.
Hey,
it's, it might be incredible, but I don't know, it feels an odd thing to be happening.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No.
We got another superhero trailer this week. Well, kind of. From the Spider-Man universe, we got the Morbius trailer. Jared Leto starring as Morbius. In the trailer, it's got a really cool, slowed-down version of People Are Strange, which I really liked. Awesome, loved it. And you know how much I love Jared Leto as
Do you mean what? Somebody's taken
really
an iconic song and done a slowed-down acoustic cover of it?
Yeah.
Man, they should use those in all the trailers.
I love it when people take songs from one of my favourite films, put a slowed down version, and have Jared Leto looking like an emo prick in front of it all. Fucking leave Lost Boys alone. Keep Lost Boys' name out of your fucking mouth. of this fucking film. That's what I'm saying.
The thing about Jared Leto is he's old enough to know better.
But he just doesn't, does he? He's got a cult on an island. He's got his little culty fucking island where people go and presumably just listen to 30 Seconds to Mars repeatedly. Which I think
you're saying that wrong. It's not culty. It's cunty.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna dance around it and have a little laugh. But no, you went straight down the middle there. I like that, and I appreciate that.
Don't fuck about me, mate.
I've not seen this trailer, and I broadly refuse to engage with this.
Broadly refuse to engage.
I don't. I like, it's perfect casting because Morbius is quite emo, but I'm with you on this one. I don't think we need this. I don't really see the point of this.
I think it's a bit of a stretch calling it the Spider-Verse as well.
Yeah, and also it sadly relates it to Into the Spider-Verse, which is a great film, whereas this just looks shit. It looks really, really bad.
Hollywood stopped trying to make Russell Brand happen.
Yeah,
they should stop trying to make Jared Leto happen.
I think Hollywood is getting far too much credit for that. I think Russell Brand stopped trying to make Russell Brand happen.
He could only play Alder Snow, who was him, basically.
By the way,
yeah, he only ever really played one character, didn't he?
Tom, you've just ignited a fire in me. We haven't done our love letters in a while. We might have to do a love letter to get him to the Greek.
Only if we can include Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That is the film that you want to spend an hour talking about.
I was obsessed with that film.
Love that film. Like, it is so stupid, but I love it.
It's got an awesome soundtrack.
A ring around my posy, and the bit where at the end she just goes talking about my arsehole.
Jackie Q. She's so funny.
Fairy Walls is a genuine classic as well. So yeah,
Fairy Walls. What a song! They're written by most of those songs. The rock songs were written by Carl Barrett, weren't they, from Libertines?
Yeah,
or any other band that he wants to be associated with nowadays.
Yeah, maybe not the one with the guy who robbed his apartment.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, apparently I think the Libertines are still going. So
I do love the fact that even after like Pete Doherty does these crazy things to Carl Barrett, he's always like, yeah, no, me and Pete, we're fine, we're sound, we're all good. Yeah. It's like, are you? Because like you're never ever in public ever with each other ever, and you never ever do anything with each other ever.
You just don't understand Pete because he's actually very deep crack addict.
Deep in his crack addiction.
Yeah, but he's written some really good poetry and done some really rubbish drawings.
And he doesn't call England England anymore. He calls it Albany. He's amazing.
He's a little bit of what happens to those very talented people who get told that they're very talented a little bit too much.
Yeah. If you want another example of that, type in the words Green Bay Packers quarterback, and you'll find another example of that.
And also Jared Leto.
And Jared Leto. Oh my God,
you're amazing, Jared. Do you know what? I am amazing.
I think you might all be right, actually. Yeah.
I'm gonna get this Morbius thing off the ground.
It's like what happened to the guy from Maroon 5 when people kept telling him he was sexy. It was like, so are you saying I should only appear topless and tattooed from now on?
Do you know what you need? What? More pointless tattoos. That's what you need. Just cover yourself in tattoos that may have absolutely no meaning whatsoever, and you will be loved.
Mr. Tattoo Man? Yes, it's Adam Levine here.
Yeah, just literally, just cover me in the fuckers. Just like, Jared Leto's a bit like that. At some point he went, do you think I should form a band? And sadly someone said yes. Probably
someone just indifferently kind of grunted across the room and he went, that's a definite yes.
Yeah, oh my God, that's a great idea.
I'll get my brother involved, it'll be brilliant. And someone went,
Jared Leto and Aaron Rodgers look very similar, Duncan says. Yeah, I was dancing around it. I left that one in code. I said the Green Bay Packers quarterbacks and no one would understand. But yeah.
No cursory Googling would have cracked that code.
No, God no, yeah. It was airtight. Morbius looks terrible because Jared Leto's in it.
Yeah.
There we go.
It looks terrible for a variety of reasons aside from that.
I was livid when they did a slowed down version of People Are Strange in this because it's like, get your own fucking vampire song, as if people haven't written enough songs about being fucking vampires. There's plenty out there. Like, People Are Strange is synonymous with the Lost Boys. Like, admittedly it was a Doors song obviously prior to that, but it's people know it from the Lost Boys. Let them enjoy that. If you're going to steal any song from the Lost Boys, do a slowed down version of whatever the sax guy's playing.
Yeah. But still have a massively over-muscled, oiled-up, topless guy playing it.
He does the convention scene dressed exactly the same as he was in that film. And you got to respect that.
You really do.
We got some Fast and Furious news, guys, obviously.
Oh, is it that Vin Diesel's a bit of a dick?
We're going to get to that one in a bit. We're going to start. That'll be a warm-up. This is a warm-up to that. Dwayne Johnson wants the Hobbs & Shaw sequel to be the antithesis of the Fast films. This is on Empire. He says it's been a while since we've heard anything about the Hobbs & Shaw sequel that Dwayne Johnson was pumped about back in March. So when it comes to Hobbs & Shaw, which we loved making this movie, there's an idea that I called Universal boss Donna Langley, our producer Hiram Garcia, and I said, I have this idea and this direction for Hobbs, he says. And I pitched it and they all loved it. It would be the antithesis of the Fast and Furious movies generally are in... The antithesis of the Fast and Furious movies generally are in that they continue to go on and go on and go on. So I'd imagine this film, Dwayne Johnson finds a small bald-headed man and just crushes his skull in this one. So, yeah.
I mean, you do have to imagine that phone call is all these studio execs going, yeah, absolutely, Dwayne, absolutely. And then not pointing out that he's not actually the one that writes these films or produces them or in any way sets how they go.
Do you think when they're sitting around going, hey, guys, Dwayne's calling. Yeah, get Dwayne on the phone. I love Dwayne.
Thank God, Dwayne. The ideas machine is calling.
Yeah. You're right, Dwayne, how's it going, buddy? You're going by The Rock today, okay. All right, The Rock, how you doing? Good tequila, love it. Excellent, Dwayne. Excellent work, yeah. And then, but then they have like a fun conversation with Dwayne Johnson. Goes, he's got these great ideas, guys, let's go with it. Puts the phone down. Look on the phone. Oh, guys, Vin's ringing. He knows we're here. Oh, we've got to answer. All right, fine.
I do love the fact that he wants the Hobbs & Shaw franchise to be the antithesis of the Fast and Furious, but I'm going to be the one that points out that the more they make of it, the more they make of them, the more it's going to be like the Fast and Furious.
It's going to use, is it Danish dogma rules in the next Hobbs & Shaw movie?
Oh, that's different then. That's really different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be about Hobbs & Shaw, and they are going to unlock their bicycle from the town.
Yeah.
And the entire film, because it's quite a long walk, that's the entire film. That would be the antithesis, surely, of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Is it one of those dogma rules that you can only use diegetic music as well?
It is indeed.
So unless somebody walks along
as well,
with a sound system the whole time, there'd be no rap metal soundtrack over the entire thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They're all on board with it. They love Dwayne's idea.
If there's no rap metal, I'm out.
Yeah. It's hard. That's basically... That's a rule I just live my life by, day by day.
Yeah, I walked out of Club Tropicana because...
Tom, we're going to the opera tonight.
Will it be rap metal?
Can't hear any Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's going to be a Linkin Park gig. I might no, I think I'll bin it off at the last minute.
What the fuck is she singing about? No, I'm out. She didn't...
Randomly on my Spotify the other day, that Linkin Park and Jay-Z crossover album they did came up, and that is a fucking banger.
It really is, to be fair.
Yeah. I do actually. Numb Encore is...
oh my God, yeah.
It's great.
It's so good. You can't do a Fast and Furious movie that is the antithesis of Fast and Furious movies, because then by definition it is no longer it's just a movie with The Rock in.
And who wants that?
Who the fuck would want that? I worry that we're sounding like... I really like The Rock. I think he's brilliant. I think he's a great guy. And he's the best thing in the Fast and Furious movies.
Duncan's written Hobbs & Shaw on the buses.
Yeah. But let's be honest. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure his idea for the antithesis of Fast and Furious movies still involved things blowing up, cars, people getting punched repeatedly in the head. It's not going to be a million miles away from that, is it?
Oh, not really.
Or maybe it's veering into light-hearted rom-com territory. Who knows?
Oh, maybe they get it on.
Yeah.
That's going to by about Fast and Furious 47, which will probably happen in about 2 years' time. They're going to end up fucking, aren't they?
I hope so.
I think that's the only way that they could resolve both the characters and the actors' conflicts.
Yeah.
Is a sort of bald-headed, sweaty, oily mess that they just pop out of after half an hour or so. And go, we're friends now.
And here's the twist. We're going to show it. We're going to show all of it.
You're 10 minutes into the scene and then you realise, you didn't see him pop in, but you realise that Jason Statham's in there as well.
Yeah.
Paul Edge says he gets killed by the love rival's brother in a post-credit scene. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what Duncan said as well. Wouldn't the antithesis be something not about family? Yeah. Maybe that's what it's all about. Go, do you know what I hate? Family.
Well, so those films aren't about... You can't just growl the word family every now and then to make your film about family.
Did you see...
those films are about people punching aircraft out of the sky.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see Vin Diesel walked Paul Walker's daughter down the aisle for a wedding?
I mean, that's very nice.
Yeah,
if that's what she wanted.
You kind of wonder, did she want that?
He just turned up on the day and no one had the heart to say, are you here?
Did you say, yeah, the muscle?
Family.
Oh, shit.
Family.
Family.
Was it? I think it's
Driving it down
okay
the aisle.
as long as he wasn't wearing a white tank top with a massive silver crucifix and carrying a bottle of Corona.
I think so. I'm sure it was a lovely moment, I'll be honest. But at the same time, there was part of me that was like, I mean, I hope she wanted that. But yeah.
Family.
But so carrying on this Fast and Furious saga,
Yeah.
Vin Diesel has reached out to The Rock to try and mend bridges by being a passive-aggressive little shit on Instagram.
Yeah, I think what Vin Diesel's trying to actually do is turn The Rock into the bad guy in this feud between the two of them.
But it's so, like, calling him little brother in the opening words. Come on, mate.
Yeah,
You've been a prick.
Once again,
right there.
it plays into Vin Diesel's serious issues he has with his height. Like,
also, but like it is a Vin Diesel is a smaller man than Dwayne Johnson.
yeah, but
Like most 99% of people are smaller than
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
So Vin Diesel to Dwayne Johnson. I say this out of love, but you must show up for Fast and Furious 10. Hobbs can't be played by no other.
So one, it's not how contracts work. You can't just send someone a DM.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so Vin Diesel has taken a
So,
step...
but also, here's their
Dwayne
threatening that the character will be recast if he doesn't do the film.
I think we're at a point where they'd rather recast Dominic Toretto. Like,
Oh God, I'd love it if that happened.
I would as well. Like,
Or just kill him. Just say, "Oh, Dom's dead. Never mind. She'll go and have some fun."
Do you know what? We're not really a family. We're just a bunch of guys that steal a lot of money together.
Yeah, so we're actually just sort of a
and in between that, we really
petty
don't
criminal
spend that much
special
time.
forces organisation.
Yeah, I actually don't like any of these pricks. So, but we're really good. Don't get me wrong. There's clearly some chemistry when it comes to actually working, but these guys always crack jokes, and that's really annoying. Even when we tried to send them into space, the fuckers came back. Spoilers, sorry.
They went into space.
Sorry, I've just spoiled that.
I mean, it was sort of in the trailer for the last one.
They might go into space, yeah.
Well,
It's not the full Moonraker. Don't worry.
No, it's way worse than that.
I'm so out of this conversation. It's not even fun. I'm just you guys carry on. Let me know when we're on to the next news story.
Diesel shared letters with an image of his character Dominic Toretto and Johnson's Luke Hobbs, and his words describe how Diesel's children still refer to him as Uncle Dwayne, and that Hobbs can't be played by no other.
Wait.
My little brother Dwayne, the time has come. Like, I just want Dwayne to just put his fist through his fucking head. Like,
Fucking hell. All right, let's.
do you think he's scared that the Hobbs and Shaw films are going to eventually do better than the Fast and Furious films?
He is, yeah. Like apparently he threw a massive hissy fit when he found out they were going to put the the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw was going to be played out mid-credits after Fast and Furious 8 or whatever the last one was before the first Hobbs and Shaw. And he heard about this and threw a massive fit and made them reprint the film. Like, it had already been distributed to cinemas, but he made them change it. So he's obviously got issues there. I don't think that's much of a secret.
No.
But like he is sort of hinting there that like if you don't show up, we are going to recast him. But they can't recast him because he's in a separate film franchise, which did really well. There's definitely going to be a Hobbs and Shaw 2.
There definitely is, and also like that's got better.
Can't believe this has been half the podcast already.
Yeah, I've got so many little IGN windows still to talk about.
What is the actual news here? There's going to be yet more fucking Fast and Furious films, which I'm definitely going to fucking watch because they're all sort of great. and the two largest of the three big baldy guys don't get on. There we go.
Who's the third big baldy guy? Oh, sure.
Statham.
Yeah, Statham. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Well, he's sort of a regular sized. He's more wiry, isn't he, Statham? He's not like hench.
I reckon next to us he'd look pretty impressive, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, I've met I've met Frankfurters that would look quite impressive next to me.
Well, it depends what part you're looking at, I suppose. So he's moving on then. Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie Rogue Squadron will be delayed.
Boo!
Can we delay every other movie instead?
Yeah,
please. Like, I don't.
It doesn't sound like there's anything too nefarious going on here. It just sounds like scheduling conflicts and things.
Delayed indefinitely, though.
Yeah, but like, I think it is just a case of they can't get the people together that they want to make it. So until they can do that, they won't be able to commit to a date. Hopefully, I'll be fucking distraught if this doesn't happen. I don't want to see. I'm not going to watch any trailers or anything.
I would say that I have never had a reaction to a teaser for a movie like I had for the Rogue Squadron one.
It was very well done.
It wasn't just excited crying. There was just like a single tear rolling down the side of my cheek.
Yeah.
When I was just watching it and just went, the crazy bastards are doing it. They're doing it. They're living the dream. And it's Patty Jenkins doing it. Dan C's only seen the first Fast and Furious film. I mean,
you're not missing much.
That is one of the best ones, but genuinely, it's worth watching them. You just got to hold your breath through 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But you have to watch them. Vital plot and character developments in both of those movies.
Before we move on to the next news, I have to let the dog out. 1 second. Who?
Dan's going for a quick shuffle.
I feel like the energy levels in this podcast are really dropping. I mean, like here was us getting concerned about the fact that Duncan's internet quality was going to be bad for the stream, and Dan gets up to let the dog out.
Who? Me. I let the dog out.
Right. Can I interject with a bit of news? You might already have it.
Yes.
Steam Deck. It is being delayed into next year for deliverables because of massive supply chain problems, or what Valve are calling global supply chain issues.
Oh my God, who saw that coming?
It's no secret. There is a massive chip shortage, and it is a nightmare. Trying to do anything, which is why graphics cards are still taking their time to come to market, and why the ones that are there are rising in price, and anything else. It affects everything. Anything that involves microchips of any sort is facing massive supply issues. It's everything from commercial vehicles, cars, everything, computers, components, bits and bobs, fucking calculators. I mean, everything. You will be hard pushed to find it. So it's no real surprise that Steam Deck's come out. But at the end of the day, a little bit more time in the oven for any bun is usually a good thing. Just don't let it overcook, otherwise they might miss slot on the baker's shelf. That is that news story, and we don't really need to talk about it because it's very self-explanatory.
Tom's first business book there.
Buns.
Get your spot on the baker's shelf.
Yeah. But don't stay in the oven too long, because you might get burned financially. Yeah.
Dan says if the first one is the best of them, and it's not.
It's not the best, but it's definitely top 3.
I really was trying to move us away from Fast and Furious.
You can't do that. He says it's basically a less good Point Break. Yeah, it is.
It is a less good Point Break, but that's still good. And the rest of them are very different.
Yes, they are. Yeah, no, they're not.
They're very different to the first one.
They're very different to the first one. Like 6 through to 9, nice. Is
5? I'd say 5 through 8 is the high point.
5 through 8 is
beeping.
They're all very similar. It sounds like it, yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. Is it that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, my chair. I need to get some WD-40 on that mother.
Yeah.
I thought you got a beeping chair, but no, you mean it's squeaking. But yeah.
Or I should just sit still like a professional.
I
think I squeaked it out. There we go.
Oh, congratulations.
Squeaked one out.
Hey.
Oh no, there it is again.
So Patty Jenkins delayed Star Wars film. Oh,
yeah, it's a bummer, but let's not get too despondent.
Exciting cult leader news. Leonardo DiCaprio to play Jim Jones.
Wow.
Which one's Jim Jones for those people that don't listen to weird podcasts like you do?
The Jonestown Massacre.
Right.
You know that. Don't pretend you don't.
I don't. I'm not as up with cult leaders and serial killers as you guys are.
Very nasty business.
Yeah, a lot of people died.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio continues to flip between the genres. He has Adam McKay's new comedy and Martin Scorsese's new latest historical drama thriller on the way. But yeah, he's going to play Jim Jones in the next one.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, the guy's got range. He's got range.
Yeah, it's almost like he's quite a good actor.
He's a very good actor.
Yeah.
Really good. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood recently.
Oh, I love that film.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
He is a bit good.
Superb. And Brad Pitt was brilliant in it as well.
Yeah.
And Andy McDowell's daughter was brilliant in it as well. Fucking brilliant. It's like the Arquettes.
And it's also got what's her face's daughter, and she's not wearing any shoes. So, winner there for Quentin Tarantino, isn't it?
Oh, he's such a filthy perv.
Nah, fair play to him though.
He likes dirty feet. I just don't get that.
No, not a fan.
Dirty feet. No.
Yeah, people like what they want to like.
It's totally, man. But all I'm saying is I don't get it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not decrying their ability to love it or like it or enjoy it or even. I'm not knocking the kink. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Who am I thinking? Uma Thurman's daughter, Maya Hawke. That's her name, isn't it? She was in Stranger Things. Wasn't she, Russ? She was in Stranger Things. Surely.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
you've had like 3 fucking years to catch up with that. You've watched that.
Oh yeah. It's the one with the wasn't it?
Yeah, that one with the thing and the stuff.
Duncan says, is DiCaprio likely to tank up on the amphetamines, or isn't he method? I think hopefully we'll see a decline in method actors in the coming weeks now. Edgar Wright says he wants to be Doctor Who's 14th Doctor.
Say that again?
Edgar Wright says he wants to be the Doctor Who's 14th Doctor.
Edgar Wright wants to be Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Go with it. Yeah, fine.
I think he'd be all right with that.
I've never really seen him act in anything. But he's very likeable.
He's got the look.
I think he could do a good Doctor Who, yeah.
Good.
Are we having a Doctor Who switch at Christmas? Is it
I think so, yeah. I don't know they've announced the next one, but yeah.
Even I notice when they announce a new Doctor Who, and I've not seen it, but I didn't know if there was one coming up.
This new series just kind of came out. Like, I didn't even know it was really coming out.
Is it good these days?
I haven't watched it.
Well, there we go. Hot take.
I feel. Come on, man. let's get the news going. Come on.
Yes.
Did everyone see the Witcher season 2 trailer?
Yes. Nothing super definitive in it, but it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all in. Like, it's like joyfully nerdy. Like it just kind of plays into everything the Witcher fans want, I reckon.
Yeah, looks a bit bigger budget this time round as well. I think they, especially in the first couple of, they tried to do a few things that if we hadn't all been watching Game of Thrones would probably have looked quite impressive.
Yeah.
But like the big battle in the first episode, there was like 7 guys there. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And like the town that they were fighting in, it was so clearly just made of wood. Like everything was perfectly square with perfectly flat ground and roads and stuff. It looked like it was built out of blocks.
I felt like it felt more grounded, which I think is always the thing about The Witcher that I quite like, is that it always feels a bit more about the human element. And
I agree. It doesn't need much of this huge spectacle stuff, but what they they tried to do it and they just didn't have the resources to do it well, which is which is fair enough. The one, by the end of Game of Thrones, each episode had the budget of a movie. It was a bit ridiculous. The
other side of The Witcher is we are very much focusing on Geralt in these TV series. Like it can probably get away with having a slightly tighter budget because of that.
Yeah, it's a naturally smaller story, isn't it?
And Yennefer as well. Yeah, this next one's season 2 is going to apparently is going to focus on a bit more on Triss and Ciri, yeah. So Triss is going to take more of a role in this one. So yeah. Couple of comments. Dan says, "I would be down for Edgar Wright writing Doctor Who." Yeah,
that could be quite cool.
And Paul Edge says Edgar Wright is perfect for Jonathan Creek remake. Don't know about Doctor Who though. So there's that.
Jonathan Creek doesn't need remaking.
Jonathan Creek was perfect.
Yeah,
you can't touch that.
Yeah,
it never ever got any better than the Alan Davies and Caroline Quentin era.
No, I agree. Jonathan Creek was excellent.
I've never been the biggest Caroline Quentin fan, but she was fabulous in Jonathan Creek. It was always brilliant.
She's in Men Behaving Badly though.
Absolutely, but doesn't. Yes, all I'm saying is I was never the biggest fan. Like, okay, sorry, no, I don't need to justify this. I don't need to justify this.
This one is for Paul. He brought my attention to this. I completely missed this. Babylon 5 set for a reboot series.
Babylon 5 is a big pile of shit.
I knew you were going to
get out.
You can't not say it.
Yes, you can, because it's not true. Babylon 5's good.
Babylon 5's a big pile of shit.
Get it.
Deadline reports that the new series, which will be written by executive producer Straczynski, is that right, Paul? You can tell me that. Will be from the ground-up reboot of the Emmy Award-winning 1990 series, which was one of the few series at the time to feature a defined story arc across 5 seasons. I almost like it's the expansion.
Pretty sure it is also the first TV series to use exclusively CGI rendered space scenes.
Space.
Yeah. Everything else was still using models up to that point.
They did a load of it on like Amigas, didn't they?
Yeah, it was using Lightwave 3D, I think, which was on Amigas. But like, good ones.
I've got more news.
1200 then, yeah? Not the 500, yeah. You got news, Tom? Go on.
Yes.
I've got news. News. So obviously From Software, who the makers of the Dark Souls trilogy, and also Demon Souls and Bloodborne. Sorry, I just got them. Oh, and the Samurai one, which I can never fucking remember the name of. They have their new game Elden Ring has been released. Review code has been released, or preview code I think it is, has been released to several outlets, and PC Gamer have had their first 10 hours with Elden Ring, which actually departs from the Dark Souls kind of formula, which is all kind of interconnected areas, and it's now a massive open world. And a lot of people are saying that From Software have been saying this is going to be a massive departure from the Dark Souls sort of style of story and gameplay, but actually what they're finding is that it's basically Dark Souls 4 in all but name. And a lot of people are saying that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there are quite a lot of people who are saying Unfortunately, though, when you're a company like From Software saying you're taking a massive departure and actually what you're doing is snuggling back inside the old formula like a warm kitten, it's not the best thing ever. The main comments have been that the open world itself is quite bland. It's not a very fun environment to traverse, and the combat is basically Dark Souls. The story sort of style is basically Dark Souls. You're not like unkindled or undead. You're now tarnished. So it's basically just another name for your character's sort of state of being. So yeah, there's a lot of people saying the good stuff is the stuff that they've been doing very well for a very long time, but the bad stuff is the new stuff they've tried to put in, which unfortunately doesn't seem to be being executed very well, which is a bit of a shame, really, as a Dark Souls fan. Yeah, it's a bit upsetting to hear that. I was really looking forward to seeing From Software kind of flexing their muscles in different directions, but hey ho, we'll see what it's like when it comes out.
And that's it. It's so much hype.
Absolutely, it's like the Arctic Monkeys, isn't it?
It's the Arctic Monkeys of From Software games. Yeah, there we go. Dan says Dan should recognise Straczynski because he writes comics. Yes, I'm just looking that one up now. I didn't put 2 and 2 together there, so thank you, Dan. Paul says Straczynski wrote every episode of season 2, 3, and 4, which is still a record for consecutive episodes written by a single credited writer. There we go. Anna de Armas in talks to star in John Wick spin-off.
Yes. Love her. She's amazing.
She is, yes. She's in Blade Runner, isn't she? Blade Runner 2049.
Yep.
Yeah. And she is in Knives Out, and she's in No Time to Die, which I've had no time to see. So at some point I will go see that.
No time to die.
I've heard good things about her in that, actually. She's very cool. Yeah, she could totally fit into the Wickerverse.
The Wickerverse?
I have heard it referred to as such.
Can it not just be the JWCU? That doesn't work either.
Don't like that. Sounds like a mining corporation.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Right. Moving on.
That's
then.
what a nice hot cup of tea will do for you.
Who's made your tea, Tom? Who's?
I made it.
Okay. What fucking cup's it in?
It's
a bit. I'm just going with it.
This cup. This is Bodum, and it's a magic cup. It's one of these very clever magic cups that keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. So this cup of tea is still piping hot even after being in the cup for about an hour. And it's very nice. So this podcast sponsored by Bodum.
And
Bodum. And Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Thank you to both companies for letting us spend money on their products and shamelessly.
If Hydrate do want to spend money and send us water, that would be great.
That'd be really good. Just some Evian, please.
Tap water, fine.
Or Voss. Yeah. I don't drink no shit.
Cyberpunk 2077 delays all new updates to 2022.
Is it good yet? Can I buy it yet?
You can buy it now. It'll work.
Along with The Witcher 3 though as well. The Witcher 3 next gen update's being delayed till next year as well. So I just went fuck it and bought it on PC.
What, Cyberpunk?
No, Witcher.
Oh, Witcher 3, yeah. Badass, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get it through.
I hear good things.
Get it through GOG.
I got it through Steam. It was $6.99 for Witcher 3 plus all the game of the year ones that comes with everything.
So I'd be perfectly happy to pay $6.99 for Cyberpunk at the moment.
Yeah, that's not $6.
I'm not prepared to pay £50 for it, I don't think.
No, it's not.
I reckon you get it for $30.
I think if you could pick it up for $30, you'd have a great time with it because as long as you just stick to the missions, don't treat it like an open world game. Treat it like, I don't know, just any other game. Like just play the missions, enjoy them.
Play the missions, walk where you're meant to, talk to who you're meant to, when you're meant to talk to them.
Yeah. If you stray off the beaten path, you'll be like, wow, this looks amazing. Oh, no, there's nothing happening here.
Hocus Pocus 2 adds Tony Hale, Hannah Waddingham, and someone else as well.
Brian Blessed.
There we go, yeah.
Okay, they're all great.
Bette Midler, Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy are on board.
Love Bette Midler.
Yeah. So I really like Hocus Pocus, so this is actually quite exciting for me. So yeah, there's that.
Cool.
Internet reacts to Chris Pratt as Garfield and apparently every other role in the universe. This has amused me last week. Everyone casting Chris Pratt in a variety of different voices. Favourite one was Chris Pratt cast as Matt Mercer in the Critical Role cartoon, I think it was. But yeah. So Chris Pratt's doing the voice of Garfield, and I find it a bit of a coincidence that Chris Pratt is doing the voice of Garfield and Super Mario at roughly the same time. Ryan Reynolds says he's taking some time off acting. Because do you know what Chris Pratt is? He's fucking budget Ryan Reynolds. He's the guy you get in when you can't get Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
Ryan Reynolds is a little bit like I love him, but you are getting Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting, and it'd be very obvious that it's Ryan Reynolds.
But that's Chris Pratt's shtick as well.
Well, so the new celebrity feud is between Dan and Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I'm starting this feud.
Yeah.
Come at me,
One-sided feud
Star-Lord.
that these people are in no way aware of.
Yeah. Chris Pratt was brilliant as Andy in Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt then proceeded to be Andy from Parks and Recreation in every other film he's ever been in. So yeah. Dan says he's always seen Ryan Reynolds as a budget Ryan Reynolds. Oh, shots fired. Dan's got a feud with Ryan Reynolds. I've got a feud with Chris Pratt. It's going down.
These celebrity feuds, man, they're just kicking off.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's the rap feud in Flight of the Conchords? Eminem is not very good. Dr. Dre is not very good.
There ain't no party like my grandma's tea party. Hi. Oh.
Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 are delayed, presumably because Blizzard are a fucking awful company. I don't know. I'm assuming
Presumably,
that's the case.
Yeah.
Activision Blizzard revealed amid today's earnings reports delay down our pipeline, saying that while it still plans to deliver a substantial amount of content next year, it's now planning for a later launch for Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. So that's that.
Oh, just interesting. I'm just skating around. A ludicrously desirable wooden Apple One has just sold for $500,000.
Oh my god!
There's only a few of them like left in existence, aren't there?
Yeah, they sold the item in the process, provided a potted history that answered some obvious questions like, what is the wooden case all about? And apparently 200 Apple One computers were designed by Steve Wozniak and assembled and tested by Steve Jobs, Patty Jobs and Daniel Kotka.
Yeah, they were like hand-built, weren't they?
Yeah, 175 of them were sold for $666.66, a figure that catered to Wozniak's love of repeating figures. 50 of these 175 were sold to Paul Terrell, who owned a computing store in Mountain View. And Terrell decided to build some of the kits himself before trying to sell them. The wooden case is made from koa wood. In 1970s, koa wood was abundant and easily accessible, but it's quite rare now. There are only 6 known examples of the koa wood case in existence, and this unit is one of them. So there's only 6 of these, and it's sold for $500,000. So if you've got one of them knocking around in your attic somewhere, get it out, get it to auction. You will make a fucking killing.
I'll give that a go. I'll have a look, see if I've got that.
Yeah. Also, I've just seen this, hardware nuts. I was talking about chip shortages and stuff like that. Not so much in NVMe SSD drives at the moment. There is a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD that you can buy right now for $150, which probably converts to around 130 quid. That is very cool. Which one is it? It is the... it's a Kingston. So yeah, have a look out for that one. It's in the Black Friday deals at the moment. Kingston NV1 2 terabyte PCIe 3.0.
I saw that was on Amazon, wasn't it? It's half price. Yeah.
So
I think flash memory prices are quite low at the moment.
Yeah, because no one's got a fucking computer to put them in.
Well, yeah, but it's used in all sorts of stuff. It's used in everything.
Yeah. You could pick yourself up a lightning fast. In fact, I think it's the fastest on the market right now. WD Black SN850 2 terabyte. That's down from £529 to £339 at the moment. So if you,
I want a motherboard with 2 M2 slots.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh.
Sort of means starting from scratch, though, doesn't it? Oh no.
No, it doesn't. You just need a new motherboard, and then you take all the parts out and you pop your parts onto the new motherboard.
But I kind of want a new case as well. I don't need any of this. Dan, stop trying to tempt me.
You don't need any of this, no, because the last thing the only reason you'd need a new motherboard is if you're updating your CPU, and you're not doing that, right?
No.
There you go then. Like, you don't need a new motherboard. That's like the last thing you're ever going to need.
I think if I was going to do it, I'd buy a new motherboard and a new chip.
That's the only reason to do it. Yeah.
How's Forza 5?
Russ. I've played probably only about a couple of hours of it.
I might have a little tool on it after this.
In those couple of hours, I've felt what many would consider to be pure joy. It is just incredible. This game it's Forza Horizon 4 was a game I pumped a good chunk of my life into, and this I'm ready to get hurt again, as has been said in the office. Like, this game is incredible. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. They've made the driver tires just a little bit harder. The cheeky sods. Mm-hmm. So I'm having to work just a little bit harder to try and keep up. I've had to drop it down from the top difficulty to the second from top difficulty, and then I had to drop it down another one as well. So it's making me work for it, and I'm fine with that. All the cars are available in the game, so I'll be able to get all the cars. And it was announced, linking this back to news because I wanted an excuse to talk about this game. Steam Deck, we talked about that. Forza Horizon 5 is Xbox Game Studios' biggest launch ever. Got a 10 out of 10. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
this game is incredible. Good. Yeah.
I saw all the reviews basically said Forza 5 didn't need to do anything new, but what it does is brilliant.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Can I tell you some funny Dark Souls news?
Please do.
But yeah, go for it.
The speedrunners have come up with an amazing way of getting through the game even faster. They've perfected this glitch. So the worst thing about Dark Souls for speedrunners is the boss fights, because if you don't pull them off fantastically and really well, then obviously you rack up massive amounts of time. They have found this really, really funny glitch that basically just turns the brains that control the AI that control bosses off completely. So basically you run into a boss arena and you've basically just got the sort of bosses that just don't do anything back to you. And so it's absolutely hilarious. There's this brilliant bit, like in the Dark Souls, one of the mechanics is like the fog doors, and like you walk through misty doorways and then you suddenly find yourself in a boss fight. Like this fucking speedrunner's pelting his way through Anor Londo, which is one of the main sort of centerpiece locations in the first Dark Souls game, and bursts through into the very famous Ornstein and Smaug boss fight, which is like the really big bruiser and the lightning fast dragon hunter who you have to who basically, like, it's almost what people call the coming of age of Dark Souls for Dark Souls players. If you can beat them, you'll be fine. Like, you know, but if you can't beat them, you're going to be fucking stuck there forever. And usually what happens is you walk straight in and like the little darty one comes straight at you. But literally this guy's like running pell-mell through the door, through the mist window, and nothing. It's like just nothing. The bosses do fuck all. They're literally just standing there. Guy dispatches them in about 20 seconds. It's hilarious to watch, but I love watching speedrunners work out and perfect brilliant glitches like this, because they're not doing anything wrong. This isn't something they're like hacking into the code to fuck around with. This is literally just a glitch they've learned how to exploit. And I love it when speedrunners do that. It's so clever. God knows how they worked it out, but they've done it. It's a really clever thing to do.
D&D actual play series coming to G4, which is quite cool. Wizards of the Coast and G4 announced today that D&D developers and Resurgent Tech TV channel are teaming up to produce the first actual play series to air on cable television.
Ooh.
Which I think is really cool.
Can I tell you about that? You know that there's that VFX studio that I love on YouTube, Corridor Crew. They're doing a D&D show, but they've recreated the maps that they're fighting in and walking around in 3D rendering software, and they're using like real-time chroma keying to sort of insert themselves into it, so that you've got them at the table and then basically it's them in costume acting out what they've just been doing. It's really cool. Very, very cool. Well worth a look.
Yeah, sounds quite good. I'll series 3 of Critical Role started to it as well. It's a good jumping off point, I will say that. like if you've not watched Critical Role, this is a pretty good place to start. So, because new seasons are always quite a good place to start, and the characters are really good, and so far it's been a very good story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
where's it starting off?
It's in Marquette, and I cannot remember the name of the city they're in.
Okay, cool.
It's I can't remember, but yeah, it's like the city itself is like loads of spires like hooked together by cable cars. It's really, really cool, and it's like imagine loads of necromunders like spires together, like all hooked together. Though, really, really cool so far.
Nice.
We've got some very fun characters in this as well. Kisto says, I think that's Jack, it says, by all accounts, Forza Horizon 5 has more concurrent users than all PS5's exclusives combined, but that does include PC players. I'd be interested to see how many... Jusar, yeah, there we go. I'm pretty certain that's not how you spell it, but sure. Duncan says, heard that Gurnlist gave Forza Horizon 5 an exceptional 7 out of 10.
An exceptional 7.
I've yet to see that review, but
what's happened to him?
It may be. God knows what's happened to him. I think he might be having trouble finding his hair.
Yeah, we should get him back on at some point. I can't believe it's me saying this, but we should probably try and get him back on.
Well, there's always Ewan. We could always get Ewan back.
Yeah, true. Well, the rumor is we're getting an Obi-Wan trailer soon.
Oh, that's exciting! Yeah, maybe we should get Ewan on.
Yeah, that is also you might have to refresh Ewan because he was looking a bit creased and sort of moth-eaten last time we saw him.
A bit like someone had come on him as well. Don't know why. It's just
I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to confirm or deny. At this stage, it's just too early. I'm doing PR good practice. Abridge, acknowledge, bridge, confirm. But
okay,
later.
With the news about the Rogue Squadron movie getting postponed, it would be an Obi-Wan trailer would be. I could do with that. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Or like some news about what Rian Johnson is doing. Is he making some films? What's going on there?
He hasn't. He's doing Knives Out 2 first, isn't he?
Yeah.
Things. Yeah. Next up, then, news-wise, we're running out of time, so let's rattle through some news, shall we?
John Wick.
We don't have to say all of them.
No. Squid Game creator confirmed season 2 is on the way.
I mean, in absolute no shit news.
Yeah, that's done quite well. You watched it, did you say, Tom?
Yeah, very good. Creepy as hell.
I liked it, yeah. Rogue Squadron film delayed. Oh, Spider-Man, the one, the news that is on the poster for this. No Way Home poster gives us our first look at the return of Green Goblin.
Yeah, we'd heard him laughing in the trailer and seen one of his little goblin bombs.
If you look in the background of the poster, there's little old Green Goblin. Unless he's just really small. Maybe he's not in the background.
And it looks like the sandy one and the lightningy one are going to be in it as well.
Yes, that appears to be the case. I reckon there's going to be loads of people in it. Thousands. So yeah.
It does like it. There's been a lot of rumours about all of the Spider-Men turning up.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Mass Effect, a new poster teased the future of the series. Just says Mass Effect.
Yeah, it looks quite cool, this, because it's showing that the future of the series is you and a small team fighting the Geth, which, fine, great.
Yeah.
Don't try and do new things. Do the things that we like.
I like the Geth with their horizontal lens flare.
This is one I wanted to spend time on, but we don't have time for it, really. A Ubisoft employee group launches new petition after none of its demands were met, which is good.
Well, that is very good. It's also shocking, though, that no demands have been met.
Yeah, some of these companies are fucking disgraceful.
Yeah.
So, Forza Horizon 5 will add an on-screen sign language interpreter.
Well, that's nice.
Fucking awesome.
That's amazing accessibility.
This game, my God.
That's something that's never even... Like, that's just not an idea that's ever occurred to me or presumably many other people.
No.
Wouldn't be... Like... Because it's not like we're not talking like live translation. It's all pre-recorded stuff, isn't it? Are they talking about for like the the radio messages and the things you get. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. It's just you just mocap it. It would be relatively easy compared to making a game like that. That's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
Have you seen the accessibility options for Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah,
they are
really
exhaustive. They are brilliant. Yeah. Like, they literally have catered for almost everyone. It's brilliant.
Edgar Wright has already written a Baby Driver 2 script. He said, "I'd have to find a way to make it fun for me."
Yeah, that's interesting, that, because he's not a sort of a big sequels guy, really, is he?
No, not really. No. Well, even the Cornetto trilogy, they are kind of related, but they're not.
Yeah, they're very separate films. Yeah. But then Baby Driver did end on quite a sort of to be continued note, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it had a nice ending.
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, it'd be real. I'm the one thing that Edgar Wright makes is films that are interesting. So I'm sure whatever it was, it would be interesting. So it'd be cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. He's good. I still haven't seen Last Night in Soho yet. That's next on the list, I think.
One night in Soho and the world's your oyster.
And sad news: Eternals pulled in Saudi Arabia and other Arab countries due to gay romance.
Well, that's just intolerance.
Yeah. They did say Marvel were going to keep it in this one, which they haven't done so far.
It's better that this has happened than they did the Star Wars thing of having an easily removable 1 second chunk that they can snip out, get the film approved wherever they want, and then still try and pat themselves on the back for being super inclusive.
Yeah.
So it's good that they actually committed to something that they probably knew was going to get the film pulled, but did it anyway. That is good.
Yeah, I think that's the way forward. And it's I've seen Eternals and I quite liked it. Would be what I'd say. I thought it was quite good. So there's that.
Cool.
I am.
Oh, my little pinky light's gone out.
I'm mused out, guys. I'm mused out.
Mused out. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a nice format. It's nice to recap and talk about something other than Bond for once. But we will be back next week
with more Bond.
More Bond with something else, something different. And if you want to find out what that is, you will have to keep your eyes peeled on our social media feeds. Just use the handle @TMTOOH on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you head to our Instagram account, if you look in the bio, you will see that we have a link to our Discord server. So come along, join the chat. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. Dan, before we go, podcast. Do you want to give an update on what's coming out?
They are. I promise you, they are actually going up tonight.
I mean, you always sound so like stressed and harried. We don't give a shit.
No, we do give a shit, and all four.
No, I mean, like as in me and Tom don't.
I've edited 3 of them, and the 4th one is I just need to do, and then I'm going to stick them all up together because I think it'll be fun.
You do an amazing job, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Our listeners have plenty.
But don't edit them. As Max says, I choose my words very carefully. I do not appreciate being paraphrased. So you're not allowed to edit any of our stuff. It just goes out verbatim.
To be fair, that's what I've been doing.
Good stuff. Yeah. Topping and tailing them. Perfect. So that's all it needs, man. That's all it needs. Top and tail. And on that note, we're going to say well done to Dan because he's awesome. Well done to Russ because you're awesome too.
He is, isn't he?
I'm going to self-congratulate myself vigorously later. But until then, let's cue the music.
Are we back? Are we not?
I don't know. Have we done social stuff already? Did I miss that?
No, I didn't just before.
I'll put there we go. There's the social things. Right, we're out.
Okay, bye.